Our adventure takes us from our home in Qingdao, China, where we fly to Manila, Philippines, and then take a 2.5-hour bus to Anilao.
Big night ahead of us. We are doing our first ever bonfire dive. We've been here for almost 8 days. Tomorrow's our final dive day, and this is our last night to be able to dive. So we're doing what's called a bonfire dive.
That sounds really interesting. I didn't know that fires could survive underwater. Wow, did they build it with like wood underneath?
The bonfire dive is basically the boat behind us is going to take us out about 50 feet from shore and then drop a light down about 30 feet in the water, and then we are going to dangle at around 30 feet and see what plankton comes by, or some juvenile something comes past us, and hopefully we'll get something on film for you to be able to see, or not film, video.
What we're looking for is very unusual. It's not a typical night dive. We are looking, there's a lot of really healthy reef life here, and these animals grow
So it's
in the
larval,
reef. So
larval
it's in
stage.
the larval stage. So these are going to be like outer space looking creatures, semi-transparent. I don't know whether the video is going to be able to pick up on it, but there's lots of phosphorescence. But it's just a whole new world and a whole new type of night diving, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's just started here in Anilao within the last year.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the top 5 place to do the bonfire dive. Blackwater diving is also really popular. That's where they take you out into the deep trench of the ocean, and they drag you along the bottom of the boat for a while, and with lights as well. But you see different things there than you will here.
And the bonfire is kind of a way to do it without having to go so far in a boat. It's less expensive, and you're not being dangled over a 3,000-foot trench of water, which could go really wrong. So it's more doable. It's a new thing, and I'm really looking forward to it. Aren't you, sweetie?
Yep, so am I. So we'll give you a report later on about it.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's gear up.
Thank you for watching our Anilao bonfire diving video, and make sure to stay tuned until the end, where I give you my GoPro Hero 7 settings that I use to shoot these fabulous critters with, as well as our wrap-up summary of the dive. The word plankton comes from the Greek word planktos, meaning wanderer or drifter. Plankton are the diverse collection of organisms that live in large bodies of water and are unable to swim against a current. They provide a crucial source of food to many small and large aquatic organisms such as bivalves, fish, and whales. Phytoplankton are the oxygen and sugar producing heroes and are at the bottom of the food chain, made up of algae that photosynthesize using sun to turn carbon dioxide and water into oxygen and sugar. Zooplankton are the small animals in the immature larval stage, and these are the smallest objects that we're interested in for our bonfire diving. Their range is microscopic to larger multicelled organisms that eat the smaller zooplankton. Juvenile fish eat the zooplankton and then are eaten by larger animals such as squid and even larger animals. The ideal bonfire diving spot is in 5 to 10 meters of water with no current. Our dive site, called Bonfire, is located in Anilao, Philippines, and has little to no current. The underwater lights are set up either on the bottom or the mooring line and attract plankton, which starts a feeding frenzy of little critters. With the lights to your back, you venture out to darker water using your flashlight on narrow beam to locate zooplankton, and then lighting the subject with a more diffuse flood beam while you're photographing so as not to burn out your subject. It's a little awkward at first, but keep experimenting and you'll get the hang of it. Please note that this will test your buoyancy skills, as you will want to float with the organisms while following with your lights and camera. Use the bonfire lights and ear pressure to monitor your depth. At first, your group will be a little disoriented, close to and bumping into each other, which is normal. But you will soon get braver to venture out from the lights once you get acclimated to your new diving situation.
When we're floating, I
back. We made it.
We're back. We lived through it.
What an experience. That was definitely crazy.
Yeah, that was not your typical night dive.
No, definitely not. Probably the most challenging as a photographer or videographer to try and capture anything. All of the plankton was moving at light speed. It was impossible to focus on anything. And you had the added challenge of you're just completely disoriented because there was nothing to see, no reef, it was just black water. So you had no idea where you were, what depth you were at any point in time. You just had to really depend upon your ears, and if your ears were clearing, you knew you were going down, and that was really the only way to know, unless you stopped focusing on the plankton. But it was amazing. Oh my goodness, and I realized how bad my buoyancy is. Yeah, you get to know how you need to dial that buoyancy in, so it's black, and you need to be just totally still in order to get these things. You're moving your hands, but if you're moving and you're having to move your hands, it's just total chaos. Yeah, we saw some great things, some larval, I think octopi, some lobster, yeah, we're going to look them up and label all of them for you. Mantis shrimp. It was incredible, the larval stage that they're in, and you can still recognize them, what they are. Some pipefish, some banded coral pipefish. Really incredible. And some of them were out of the larva stage and into the juvenile stage, which is before the adult stage. And so just all different forms down there, life. But it was just chaos. You've never seen it. Yeah, it's like you're in outer space, almost. Flying around with a jetpack, trying to catch crazy creatures flying around. Neon lights. It was really quite interesting and entertaining. And we're lucky. I think some of it actually came out on camera, and we just can't wait to share it with you. Yeah. So thanks for coming along with us, guys. If you like videos, really good diving videos, and you like adventure videos, please subscribe. Just hit the button right down there and like. That'd do us a real big favor, and please share these videos. Okay, we really appreciate you guys coming along with us, and thanks a lot. Yeah, thanks a lot. Time to clean our gear and get to bed for tomorrow's dives. Okay, and now for the video settings on my GoPro 7 that I used in this video. For video quality, you're going to want to select 1080 resolution at 120 frames per second, which is going to allow you to replay these in detailed slow motion. Also, you're going to want to set your field of view at linear, not wide angle, for these videos. Stabilization is at auto, ISO minimum 100, ISO maximum 800, sharpness is at low, and color is flat.